What's up, everybody? Okay, so I'm only 7 minutes late, so I don't think that's so bad. But I'm still having a couple technical difficulties. We're gonna get it together. I'm gonna get everything right. It's just not right yet. So today we're talking about the real city girls of Bravo, and this kind of came up because on my last stream, Shan mentioned something and she was not, I wouldn't say defending Erica Jane, but she was giving her the benefit of the doubt where I wouldn't. And then Gabor said something about Wendy getting a city girl body. And I just started thinking about it and I'm like, wait, there's a lot of city girls in the Bravo universe. So without any further ado, I want to introduce one of my guests. You might know her. I don't know. Maybe some of you will. Maybe some of you won't. But I think most of you probably will.
Hi. Hello, Mr. Make It Make Sense, or should I say the prize? Look at that shirt. You've got all this merch already?
This would be, I was thinking, what would be a good city girl, city boy shirt? So I went through my closet. Yeah, not monetized. But I want to say a quick thank you to everybody who subscribed. I'm up to like 93 or 94 subscribers, and it's only been a week.
Can't believe that. That's amazing. Congrats.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. That's so quick.
I have people.
I was going to say, have you been paying people? Because that was quick.
I mean,
was that a read? Was that a read?
That was a little bit of a read. That was a Canadian read.
Okay.
We'll give you
the lessons. The lessons are working.
So before we start, also I was thinking after I looked at my analytics, a lot of my subscribers are women.
Go figure.
And they're in like my age range, maybe just a little bit older. And I'm like, I keep calling people city girls and they may not know what I mean. I call Angela a city girl.
A little older than you. Yeah. So I saw your thumbnail and I went to Urban Dictionary because in my head, I thought I knew what a city girl was. This is not 100% what I thought it was. So according to Urban Dictionary, a girl who don't give a beep about no beep in her bag one way or other, not a hoe, but can be one, and likes to have fun because you only live once. Are you a writer? Did you submit this to? It's almost the same thing. I love it. Okay.
So what I know of a city girl or a city boy, is a real ass B who don't give a F about no dude. And that was really another word. I substituted.
So was mine.
Gets to the bag and uses what she got to get what she wants.
Oh, I like that end part. Urban Dictionary didn't have that end part.
That's a city girl. I also wanted to define city girl in a more classy, ratchet way. So we'll see if this one fits the bill.
A city girl is a woman who owns and has real agency over her own body. Oh, okay. So she's kind of a feminist.
Exactly. I love a city girl, but I love a city girl who is true to herself, knows what she wants, and she gets to the bag how she gets to the bag, but she owns it.
Okay.
That's the caveat. She has to own it. If she doesn't, then really what's the point?
So really, are any Bravo celebrities city girls? Do any of them own it? Own anything?
Yeah, we're going to take a deep dive.
Okay. A deep We're going deep, are we? Good thing Angela's not here. No,
she did reach out, so she may come.
Yay!
Couple other phrases I want to describe before we get into it. Do you know what getting to the bag is?
Getting to the bag. Getting your money. Shmoney.
Okay.
No. A city girl, a woman who owns and has real agency over her own body. Okay. So getting to the bag.
Here. It's not popping up. I have it here.
Oh,
It's
there's one
the
at the bottom. There, we got the ticker. Getting to the bag, making money at all costs. Oh. Okay.
you don't necessarily have to be a city girl or city boy to get to the bag, but it's one of their main principles.
Got it. Okay, got it. So
And then fumble the bag, because that's gonna come up a couple times.
Ooh. I feel like I should have taken a notebook out.
That's what you can always go back to this live.
Speaking of analytics, how many people come back? Okay. Speaking of analytics, have you guys all hit the thumbs up? I did it before the show even started, so hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, Shan's a real friend. Yeah. I have one more co-host that wait, what are you drinking before we pull up my other co-host?
No booze after last week. That was something. I'm doing a La Croix hibiscus. We just got hibiscus here in Canada, just like a month ago. Whoa! How long did it take you to get that far down?
Like 2 weeks. Wait, this is like my third go round.
Okay.
But it's National Tequila Day.
Oh my god, that's like Christmas for you.
Yeah, it's a national holiday.
Congratulations, Feliz Navidad. Whee! Olay!
On that note, I want to go ahead and bring up
it was bad.
Somebody who I think may know the definition of a city girl, but let's just see. You guys might know him too.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Nothing much. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Hey, Shan. Hey, Mims.
How you doing? Are you celebrating? You're not celebrating Tequila Day, are you?
I don't drink.
Smart.
So, do you know what a city girl or a city boy is?
Yeah, I do.
What's your definition?
J-Lo. Right? J-Lo?
Okay, I'm interested. You piqued my curiosity. Why J-Lo?
Could J-Lo be considered a city girl?
I think I get it.
Give us some insight. Why J-Lo? We know she stole Ashanti's music, but what else?
You know, she been around the block. You know, she has been around the block a couple of times. You know, she's not ashamed to be around the block.
Nice body.
That don't make okay. Today's her birthday though. She turned 52 today.
She looks phenomenal.
See, and that's what not drinking will do for your body. I think you and I might want to think about that, Mims.
She don't drink?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
But you know she got a nice body, but I could see that 52 all in her face. When I saw what's the name of the movie she did, the stripper movie?
Oh, I actually kind of dug it. What was it?
I didn't watch the stripper movie. Should I watch it tonight?
Yeah, it was
it's more of like a washing, like cleaning the house movie in the background.
Yeah, it was, you know, I don't think she should have won an Oscar for it. They lied about that. But I mean, you know, it was okay movie.
Hustler?
Yeah.
Hustlers, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, okay, so we got one city girl down already.
I think I kind of get it. I think what he's saying, like it's like, what did you say? All about the money, like focused on getting your money at all costs. Don't give a rat's ass about a man as long as you're getting what you need. So I think she's almost like the queen bee of city girls, according to your definitions.
A real ass bee, give a F about a ninja.
Speaking of city girls, did you see that Young Miami was seen with Diddy in Miami?
Wait, but she has a baby daddy.
She not with her baby daddy?
Diddy?
You know, one of her baby daddies died. He ended up getting killed, and then her other baby daddy, they're not together no more.
I didn't know that. So I don't have a picture of them, but the city girls really started the trend of what it means to be a city girl. It kind of coincides with hot girl summer. You got a city girl, you got the hot girl summer. Shane, are you taking notes?
I totally am, actually. Yeah.
I want Shane to have a hot girl summer.
So who is before we get started, who is your favorite city girl?
JT.
No, your favorite city girl, meaning like out of all the girls, who is your favorite girl that you would consider a city girl?
I have a segment towards the end where I will
Okay.
expose the top city girl in my eyes.
Okay.
So
Ever?
yeah. Well, I mean, not
Okay.
ever, but in the last 20, 30 years.
Okay.
Who's yours, Shin? Now that you know what a city girl is, what would you define it?
Well, I was doing my homework based on your thumbnail. So I'm going to talk about Bravo. And it's definitely even more so now that you've given me more definition. La from Vanderpump.
Oh, okay. We're going Bravo. Okay.
La from Vanderpump. That's as far as my brain's just getting around the City Girls idea. So I gotta focus on Bravo, because that's where I was doing my homework.
Okay. So before we get into the deep dive, I wanted to show you guys kind of like a good idea of what a city girl might choose when she has to choose. So hold on one second. Could you hear it?
Yep.
Could you see it?
Yep.
That would be a city girl. She'll choose money over happiness any day.
Oh, so the money doesn't lead to happiness.
For some people.
Okay, I think I'm getting it.
That's a city
I don't
girl.
aspire to be a city girl then. Do you have to have the ass to be a city girl?
You could buy it. And that brings me to Gabor. So, no, Gabor didn't buy an ass. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what made me think about this was Gabor relating the city girl lifestyle to Wendy Osefo.
When we were talking about her new body.
Do you remember Gabor?
Yeah, I don't think that Wendy really value those degrees that she have. I think that she really, deep down inside, she wants to be a bad bee. She wants to be seen as a bad bee. And once she, I'm telling you, watch what I tell you. She'll probably leave Eddie. Watch what I tell you.
Now that she has her new body.
Now that she got her new body, she got a new independence. Now she's going to be that bad bee. She doesn't want to work at John Hopkins anymore. She was trying to get a job at The Real. You know what I'm saying? She wants to be seen as pretty. Which is she was all
pretty. Last week we were calling her Jermaine Jackson. So
is this the top one? Is she number one?
No. So in my list, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna overview the top 10, and we have some honorable mentions. So she's on the honorable mention list because we don't really know what she's gonna do with this body yet. That fair?
No, I can't put her on that list at all because she doesn't have all those jobs to have any money because she's in debt. So she's not doing that bag business. No, she's not a city girl.
What Gabor is saying is now she's not going to be concerned with those jobs and her degree. She's going to be concerned with the way she looks.
But we've only known her one episode. So one episode gets you a city girl honorable mention? One episode with a new body? Okay, next.
Well, no, I mean, Gabor said she's about to take some different turns. So we're just going to see, right?
I do agree with that.
Well, what I've seen last year from her last year, I don't want to talk about another thing, but I know that last year it was a lot of rumors coming out about the women. Every week it was a new rumor coming about the women from the Real Housewives of Potomac from one place, just because their position that they took in the Candace and Monique saga. And so there was a whole bunch of rumors that was coming out about each of the ladies last year that really just wasn't true. People was just trying to get clicks and views on their pages. So I don't know for sure that she's really in debt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that those people were just trying to put out story, just like they were trying to say that her family was cursed. I don't believe that to be true either.
Okay.
But I do think that from last year once she got on the show, we kind of seen that she was, she didn't really want to be a professor anymore. She kind of wants to be. She doesn't value
her
those
own
degrees.
person.
She wants to be
her own
that
person.
girl.
But
she
you
wants to
could
be that girl.
You don't have to do that to. Don't be a bimbo. You could take the Sunny Hostin approach.
Right, you don't have to go to that
Yeah,
extent.
you can take the Sunny Hostin approach. You know what I'm saying? Sunny Hostin was smart. You know what I'm saying? Got degrees and stuff and ended up on The View. You know what I'm saying? And is able to do other stuff outside of that. So I don't know what the I don't know. I just don't like Wendy anyway.
I couldn't tell.
I don't mind Wendy, to be honest with you. I really don't mind Wendy. I think she looks beautiful now. I'm interested to see what she does, but I was disappointed with the whole candle business. Like, what is that? Does anybody is that like a moneymaker?
I'll go to Bath Body Works, thank you.
Gabor, do you want her candles? Okay, so yeah, she's an honorable mention because we're gonna see what she's gonna do with her new body. Next up, an honorable mention is Quad.
Okay, so she's got that booty I was asking about. So I'm going to count how many of these ladies have the butts. So now we're 2 for 2.
Technically, it's called a BBL. You get a Brazilian butt lift.
How do you know she wasn't naturally born with it?
Heavenly told us.
Oh, okay, don't watch. Got
it. So we got Quad. The reason she made the honorable mention list is because her husband told us what it was. Quad didn't want to marry him until she got a Range Rover, and he moved into the house to get her on that show. So she worked him for a truck before they even got married.
Where's my notebook?
Gabor, I'm sensing that you don't agree.
Oh, no, she didn't want to get a man a baby. I don't know. I'm just interested in seeing the top 10 before we go to honorable mentions.
Oh, you want me to start with the top 10?
Because I don't know if Quad is probably should be on the top 10.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't mind my co-host.
Somebody in the chat just said, and she just bought a $2.2 million house. For what? For why, Quad? Quad for why?
Yeah,
it's only you. You ain't got no kids or nothing. Come on, Quad.
Oh, no, I don't want all that work.
She probably bought it to stay on the show.
And she thought, people, what happens is when you see people on these shows, they think that the Bravo check is forever. You know what I'm saying? Because she was on Married to Medicine. She went and bought that. I believe, what did she buy? Like, it wasn't a Range Rover. She bought she bought a G-Wagon. She bought a G-Wagon
and a Lexus LC.
Yes. And so, because, she was on the Bravo show and she was on the show Sister Circle. And Sister Circle got canceled. And then
there was no money in Sister Circle.
Demoted. She was demoted on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, I mean, Married to Medicine. So,
Okay, so I kind of want to go through the honorable mentions.
Let's do it.
I kind of want to go through the honorable. Next, I mean, it's everybody's favorite, Creonta.
Honorable mention. Okay, yeah, booty 3 for 3.
I think that Creonta gets an honorable mention because she is smart. She has a lot of jobs. She's not necessarily waiting on a dude to do anything for her, but she got with Portia and she went from this to that.
She kind of got that Wendy thing going on with me. You know what I'm saying? The degrees and stuff don't really matter. I don't really value them. I don't really value the degrees. I want to be seen as a bad B. You know what I'm saying?
At all costs.
So she got the little work in her face. I don't know if the butt was real or fake or not, but
I was thinking the same thing because she had that ass, the donkey booty, before the BBL rage.
It didn't look like that though.
True. Okay. Wow, you guys! If I didn't ever want an ass job, I suddenly do. Okay.
So we got Creonta, and then we also had Shamia, which is why I pulled up that picture. Shamia definitely gets honor mention because Phaedra told us that she was going to the St. Regis for bags and shoes with the rich Africans.
I meant to send you this earlier. It was a picture of her and her husband. Look, what's he doing? Is this supposed to be sexy? Is this supposed to be
can't
sexy,
tell who
Grandpa?
that is.
That's supposed to be Shamia and her African prince. I'll message it to you. Is that not a scary ass picture?
I'm all for love, but Phaedra already told us that it was for bags and shoes, so you do the math. So we got one other person to complete this foursome. Let me go ahead and drop the link for her now that I'm looking at the chat. Before I do that, let me move on to an honor mention that I think Shan has some thoughts about. It's a sad one.
Oh.
Sonia Morgan.
Oh, see, I didn't think Sonia could be one because she actually cared about the dude. Like or did she? Is all the crying she's still doing about the life or about him?
It's about the life. Sonia Morgan started off as a bottle service girl.
Good for her. Good for her. Why not? She got a few years out of it. Why not be a city girl if you want? Looks like fun. Kinda. Sorta. If that's your thing.
Look, so we earlier reviewed some different terms. So I taught her fumble the bag, Gabor. Sonia fumbled the bag. Sonia had everything at her fingertips. She was on yachts with Diddy. And then all of a sudden, you know, she had that hot twat. It was a wrap. Cheated on her husband. And now she's, you know, sad and alone and broke.
Don't know
you don't watch New York.
Mm-mm.
So New York is pretty good because these girls don't really care. At this point, they're just looking for some D and a good drink. So I love Sonia, but in terms of her city girl status, she would have been the number one city girl had she maintained the life. But
so that means Luann's one too, who also fumbled the bag.
Luann fumbled the bag, exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Now, this next one might come as a surprise and honorable mention. Yolanda Hadid.
Definitely. No booty there. No booty there. Or Sonia. Okay. So two of them didn't have ass. Okay.
I don't know if BBLs were big in their day, but she made the honorable mention list because any girl who loses her rich husband and then starts dating their best friend makes the list. They were all family friends. David Foster, her ex-husband.
I don't like either of those dudes. I don't like their energy. I couldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth it. Having to live with either of them.
You couldn't be a city girl.
No.
But Yolanda is a city girl.
Gabor, could you be a city girl? Or a city boy?
I'm not gonna fumble no bag.
Good answer.
Hold on. So while we're talking about bags and shoes, we have somebody who let us know that had her husband been as rich as Simon, she might have pulled a Porsche. Introducing Angela. What's up? Angela?
Not too much. I suspect that Portia's right at the top of that list.
Portia's not at the top of the list. I'll give you that much. She's at the top of your list, Angela.
Yeah. And Gabor's.
So, now we're moving to the number 10 spot.
Okay, I'm ready. Yep, that was a drum roll. Yep.
I'm going to have to get some sound effects. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. We have a couple more honorable mentions, and they're city boys.
Ooh.
So, we're starting with Jax Taylor. Jax Taylor allegedly was gay for pay.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Jax Taylor had an older, rich white guy in Miami who he
Right.
did things like this with, and that he made the honorary list.
Good one.
Do you watch Angela or Gabor? Do you watch Vanderpump Rules?
Yes, I
No.
do.
Did you
No,
know
and I don't
that
watch
Jax was gay for pay?
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay. And the next one, I think, is probably a better example of a city boy. Ray J.
Oh, yes. Yes. And yes.
Ray J knows how to get to the bag. He doesn't care who it's with, old, young, as long as the money's there. Where the money resides, you'll find Ray J.
Who was he linked to like 2 weeks ago?
Wendy Williams,
Wendy
Right.
Williams.
Right. What do you think?
Wendell Bartholomew. When
Shut up. Do you think that one was just per like gossip and fodder, or do you think there's some truth to that one?
Gabor.
What was the question?
Do you think Ray J and Wendy really happened, or was that just gossip and fodder?
I think that he was the dealer.
Oh, food for thought. Allegedly.
Oh, that's why I got my banner scrolling across.
He's still
I could see that,
working
though.
on getting his marriage back together.
I can't. How many seasons are they going to work on their marriage?
They were just on that marriage boot camp, or what was it?
Yeah, the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couples therapy. No, couples.
Couples retreat.
So hip hop boot camp, hip hop celebrity couple boot camp. I don't know. We all know what we're talking about.
If you know anything about Wendy, you know Wendy always wants to make it seem like men are interested in her when they're really not. So she tries to flirt. She did the same thing with DJ Boot. It's
And
like
Gary
almost
Owen.
embarrassing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She would try to flirt so people can think that someone is interested in her when they're really not.
I think she's in heat. Anybody that there goes out with Lamar, like who is that one from
Gary Owen.
Carly Ray? Carly from
Oh, you think that she took Lamar Odom from Carly Red?
No, I think that she hated Carly Red. They had a Twitter battle over Lamar, and I don't think either one of them is gonna get him.
Why does either one of them want him? Sorry. All right. Are we done with the honorable boys?
I'm still on Wendy's and Heat.
Have you seen her practically ruling over all the men that she has coming on her show?
Gabor keeps me up to date on that.
She's making a fool of herself.
Wasn't it Gary Owens a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah,
that was actually, for once it wasn't uncomfortable. I found it hilarious.
You didn't think that was uncomfortable?
I think
look at what she did to the brat.
Okay, that was uncomfortable.
That was uncomfortable.
Gabor keeps me up to date. If you don't know, Gabor keeps his finger on the pulse of pop culture. Gabor will let you know. He hit me up right when it happens. Like, did you see that? I'm like, no.
No, I watched the Wendy 20-minute.
Brat's got no interest in Wendy.
Nor did she ever.
She never has. I can't imagine anybody coming out for Wendy.
Good one, Jamie. Jamie, that is so good.
Okay, so we're starting with number 10. Everybody's favorite stripper turned reality star, Nene Leakes, city girl extraordinaire.
I think Gabor's snoring. There was no reaction. Come on.
I agree. I agree that Nene holds that title.
This
At
is why.
10? Number 10?
Well, she's number 10, and this is why I think she holds the title. Because, again, I have the utmost respect for city girls. I have the utmost respect for sex workers, and there is a difference between a city girl and a sex worker. For Nene, after you made millions of dollars, you went back and turned this man into a trick for a Rolex watch. You were already a millionaire. You had the bag. Why would you need to go and trick for a bag or a pair of shoes and a Rolex?
But that's all that we saw that she got on the show.
The point is, why does she need to do it?
Because it's better to spend other people's money than your own.
And she wanted to.
That's her mentality.
She wanted.
That's who she is. What'd you say?
No, I was saying that she wanted us to know that men was interested. It was for a storyline. I don't believe that her and Greg was really divorced anyway. She just needed something more interesting to talk about. And what better way than to have this man on the show gifting you things?
Well, after not feeling the storyline, making it seem like Greg wasn't appreciating her, and she found this other man that would buy her stuff and make her feel good about herself.
I think it was like Wendy Williams. This made her feel like she was wanted. But the thing is, it's Nene. Maybe being the one and one isn't your thing. Maybe just find a nice guy who's gonna love and support you. You already, you did the stripper thing back in the day. The reason I don't respect Nene as a city girl is because she didn't come out with it till after it was acceptable for her to say, I was a stripper and I liked it. When Kim said she was a stripper season 1, Nene wanted to strangle her. And 4 or 5 seasons later, after they spun the story, then it was, I was a stripper and I liked it. And I can trick men. And no, that's not where it's at, Nene. So that's why she got spot 10.
It took Eric and Jane how many seasons to come out and say that she was a stripper?
I missed that she ever said she was.
Oh, she worked in that go-go.
Yeah, but I thought oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah. I always just, but that's not real stripping.
She didn't admit
that she was a stripper. It's called Shakers, but she didn't admit that she was a stripper. She said that she was like a bottle girl, or like she worked in a club, but she wasn't a stripper. Right? Yeah,
a go-go. That's what it was. Anywho, okay, who's number 9? Who's number 9?
She would go with the Johns, but that's about it.
But don't get me confused, because this is on. You said that there's a difference between sex workers and city girls, so don't get me confused.
Oh, I don't have any allegiance to Erica Jane anymore. She was a disappointment to me, so she's gonna get it however she gets it at this point. Every read is a plus for the little orphans that she is stealing from.
Well, you can't do that. You can't do that because I feel like let's move on to number 9. Because
we're gonna get to Erica because she's on the list, and this is something of which I have much experience, so we can talk money. I know money. Mm-hmm. Mia made it to number 9.
We don't even know her, and you gave her number 9?
Exactly.
We know that she was a stripper who went and effed at the Waffle House and then landed a husband. Am I lying?
But that's not, I saw some of the honorable mentions. I don't think that she's living a better life than a lot of them. And then again, the marriage is brand new.
They have like kids, right? They've been together for 6 years.
The oldest kid is 5. She have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. We don't know enough about her life to put her on here ahead of Sonia Morgan from Morgan and Chase.
She fumbled the bag and she's broke.
But how long were they married after that? You know what I'm saying? How long was she in the marriage before that for this new girl, Mia, who we don't know? You know what I'm saying? We don't really know her life. She hasn't really lived enough for us to put her on this list compared to Sonia Morgan.
It's 3-1.
Oh, so we're taking Mia off and replacing her with Sonia?
At least. Or somebody else, but just take Mia off.
Okay, Mia is off the
But
list.
you know what? This is your channel, and you shouldn't be
Yeah,
bullied
yeah,
by
this,
your
this,
panelists.
yeah, that's what I'm
Oh
saying.
no,
This is
y'all
your
aren't. Oh
channel.
no, y'all aren't bullying me. I fight back.
Oh yeah.
I'm
All
okay
right.
with we're switching the list.
All
That's
right.
fine. So
Can't even give
Not
Mia a
Sonia
second.
Morgan, though.
I mean, Sonia
Let's-
Morgan has her husband has millions upon. You know what I'm saying? She's good.
I think she'll still be good because her daughter will never.
He doesn't
No.
watch the show.
But her
So-
daughter is never going to let Sonia not have any money. 'Cause
Exactly.
now,
The same
right?
thing.
Sonia's always going to be fine. So she actually secured the bag by having a baby.
Exactly, and that's
Did you
the
use
same
the
thing
terminology?
Yeah, and
Shan's
that's
learning.
the same thing with Yolanda. That's why I don't see why Yolanda was an honorable mention, because her baby daddy got money and then she had kids that turned out to be, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna be fine regardless. She's gonna live way better than Nene.
Your list is going
And-
to look way different once we see what else you fumbled.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trey, please pin her comment before you do the next one.
Paul Tucker.
Oh man, I forgot about him. I forgot about Todd, but yeah, he definitely should have been on the list.
Oh, good one. Good one. Okay.
So we're switching Mia. So I'm notating. We're switching Mia and we're putting Sonia in her place.
We don't know yet.
No,
we need to
we don't know yet.
Yeah. We can't.
Okay.
We just know that
But
Mia's
this is
off.
your list. This is your list.
This is my list, but my list can be changed. So, it's not set in stone. I'm gonna reach out to Andy and see if I could do a segment.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
Andy should be on here. This is the freaking Real City Girls and Boys of Bravo.
No, Andy's a trick. Andy's a trick. He doesn't make
Oh,
the money.
Reach out to Andy and tell him that you got 94 followers.
Wait, that was the read.
That's the read.
That's a read. That's a read. Yep. Angela. Yep. You. Angela.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Who is this?
Lala. She
I don't know who that
damn-
is.
That's the one from Vanderpump Rules. Angela, that was good.
That wasn't nice.
But throw that picture back up. Gabor, come on, tell me that she did like anything. You don't need to be.
He doesn't watch Vanderpump.
Right? But you don't need to be like BBL'd to be super sexy. Like she's sexy.
No, let me tell you why she made the list, Gabor. She's quoted as saying, "All you need is a pair of titties to get on a PJ."
And she admitted to giving a BJ on the first night for a Range Rover. She should teach a class. She should teach a class.
Now,
first day BJ and you get a Range Rover?
And she stole somebody's husband.
Right.
And now they're getting married and they have a baby.
And I can't get over her drinking out of a bottle, a baby's bottle.
That's not that. I don't even want to go there. That gives me like.
What happened?
Anxiety.
She put liquor in a baby's bottle?
No. When she goes to bed, she fills a baby bottle. Or no, when she's anxious, she fills a baby bottle up with like water or milk and drinks out of it because it soothes her anxiety. You just kind of lost your city girl footing with that news.
No, that's just some white people shit.
She said she doesn't need it anymore.
She just sucks on his dick. Oops, sorry, it wasn't that kind of show today. Okay, Lala.
It's not that kind of show, but I've seen her husband, and I'm sure it's not much to suck on. So Lala made the list because of her PJ comment, which is a private jet. She's saying all you need is a pair of titties to get on a private jet. That's a city girl. Steals somebody's husband, marries him. They have like $1 million wedding. They live in a multi-million-dollar home. And she started off being a server at Sir.
But are they that city girl after the whole 50 Cent Twitter beef? Maybe they aren't rolling in all that money after all.
So, Gabor, you don't watch this show, but 50 Cent came out after they were having this $1 million wedding and said to her husband or fiance, "You owe me $1 million." And so he embarrassed them on the gram and made them pay back the $1 million. So she was flossing. She had a stipend for cars. I think she had like multiple cars. He gave her like what, 5,000 or 10,000 a month. and said she could lease whatever car she wanted. She was showing up to film in a Range Rover. She got like $100,000 worth of plastic surgery off of him, and then she married him. So I think that makes her a city girl, a city girl success story.
And she secured the bag by popping out mini.
An heir.
I'm mad that Angela knows secure the bag and you didn't, Shane.
Oh, there's lots of stuff that Angela knows and Jan doesn't.
Touche. Okay, I gotta go in 10 minutes, so you got to give me a couple more.
Yeah.
Okay, this one came from Shan.
Oh yes, Miss Patricia, you took it. Another one that Gabor probably doesn't watch, do you?
I don't know who that is.
She's got it. That's Miss Patricia from Southern Charm, and that is
Okay.
her butler. And yeah, basically, she married well quite a few times. Bought an old library in Charleston. This is now her home. There's one of her husbands in the chair. You know, this is Anna Nicole Smith material here.
What city is she from?
Charleston.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's the definition of securing the bag. And she
Multiple
stays
times.
way after they die.
Right, Angela? Would you agree with Miss Patricia?
Yes, 100.
I could see Angela and Patricia hanging out.
Um,
Okay, let's get to one that Gabor knows.
yeah.
Number 6.
Who's the white
Marlo.
man?
It could be anybody.
It could be you if you want to pay for the bag. Oh!
A true city girl. Scamming on them rich ass ninjas.
She's before Nene?
Yeah, Marlo came on letting us know that she was with a billionaire who bought her apartment, who paid for her store. I personally, and I don't know how much trouble I'll get into, but I really do think that Ted Turner was the billionaire she was talking about. He lives in Atlanta, and we all know that he cheated on his wife, Jane Fonda. So that's why every time Andy's around Mark, he asks, was the billionaire Ted Turner?
I didn't realize who Ted Turner was.
Ted Turner owns like TNT and so many different channels. He was with the phenomenal Jane Fonda, and he cheated on her. And I think who he cheated on her with was...
Damn. I kind of have to maybe agree with you, sorry, Gabor, because she did end up with more than Nene did. What did Nene end up with?
Well,
She's
Nene had held the peach. Nene held the peach and was able to use those men to make her own money. Marlo still got a trick.
But after she had her money, she ended up with for a bag and a pair of shoes. Whereas Marlo...
But we don't know that. We just saw that on the show. We don't know that was all she got.
Marlo ended up with a home for her and am I mixing things up? A home for her mom?
Right.
Yeah.
And they paid for the store as long as they were still doing whatever.
Huh.
So,
all right.
But I'm pretty sure Nene has more money than Marlo.
She does, but she still do like I think the thing about a city girl is you want to get to the bag. Once you got the bag, you'll know how to flip it, hustle, and make your own money. You don't have to go back to tricking.
But that wasn't the Nene. That was Nene in season 4. That's not the Nene we know today.
I'm just saying.
This is a tough one. Nene should be higher on the list, though. I do.
Are we sure Nene should be higher on the list?
Nene is the top girl at Bravo.
I love that picture so much. So much.
Kim Zolciak made number 5 on my list.
Yep. I'll go for it. Except that... Okay, yeah, fine.
Kim is like a lot of people. They want you to forget that they were once a city girl. But I will never forget that Kim was a stripper at the Cheetah, dressed as a nurse, and dating married men.
That's Big Papa?
That's Big Pop. Oh, wait. Allegedly, we'll scroll the banner. Yeah, but that's Lee Najar. That's Big Papa.
That is not what I
And
pictured.
that's Big Papa's wife, who he's still married to today.
Oh, good for her. Not. I would have freaking. Never mind.
Are we Gabor?
Mm-hmm.
No. Angela,
It's done.
are we not agreeing that this is a city girl?
It was a city girl. Now she's poorer than poor. I think
Kind of a bag fumble. Kind of.
yeah.
She fumbled the bag. And now she has a million kids, so they're not gonna want her.
She fumbled the bag by getting married, and giving up Big Papa.
Oh, I like how you say that, Angela. Did you guys hear that? She was like, Big Papa.
You're gonna have Shan leaving the chat early again. Because okay,
No, but
so
I do have to go in 7 minutes.
Same here.
we got
Oh, then you better get us through. Come on. What the fart?
Portia.
Oh my
City girl
God.
extraordinaire, Portia.
What number is she for?
Did she really go and
Portia's
take
four.
that picture, or did they just make that? They made that. They put her face on that.
No, she took the picture.
Lord
What's
have
up with
mercy.
the braid? The braid looks literally like a piece of poo coming out. The braid needs to be longer.
That's the braid that Cardi B had in the video.
Yeah,
she
but I
took
bet
his
you Cardi's
picture.
was longer. Because right now it literally looks like
It looked
she's
like they
taking a
put that. It looked like they put that on her. On that it wasn't in the original picture.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh my God. Sorry.
Yeah, that's her picture.
I'm looking at Dookie. Okay.
That's not her real hair, though. That's not her
That's
real
what
hair
I
in the
feel
picture.
like when I look at Portia. I'm looking at Dookie.
Okay.
I'd
Number
do-
4.
I would do her.
Portia is a city girl extraordinaire.
She's
Yeah.
got the butt.
Well, she has the Rolls Royce that we just found out from Fallon's recent interview that this man gave to her. The married African.
Whoa.
Do we know that?
Yes, Fallon admitted it.
Well, because Fallon said it doesn't mean it's true.
Mm-hmm.
No receipts.
The
Well,
receipt is
allegedly-
the Rolls Royce. The receipt is the $80,000 Birkin.
No, we don't know who it came from. Like, besides Fallon.
I
screwing it
can't
off.
take that gremlin down. Stop. Put it away. That man has got to be 82 years old.
And married.
Allegedly, it's Simon's cousin, from what Fallon said.
I see the resemblance.
You mean great uncle?
I don't believe it.
You wouldn't believe it, Angela, because you're a city girl and y'all stick together. But
Okay, the top three. Come on, I really need these, or I could just watch the play. Oh, she's number 3.
talk about fumbling the bag.
I don't see. There's no way I will be on the show this season, and I know there is no way nobody would get any money from me if I was Erica Jane. I'm sorry. I understand that those kids did what they did, that what happened to those kids and what happened to the victim, but they fumbled the bag by letting the people get to them. So what's mine is mine.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
That's exactly why I decided to have this chat. And let me tell you what I know about money. Erica knew that something was not right in the buttermilk. And anytime that you have somebody who can give you $1 million in a painting, but it's on television, she knew that she wasn't getting that outside of television. That you can't tell me that Lady Eloise, Erica Jane, they don't know something is up, because people just assume that money is just, it's there, right? Oh, you have money. There's money in your peripheral. It doesn't work like that. If your husband consistently gave you cash, okay, we got a Teresa situation. But Erica's husband was robbing Peter to pay Paul, allegedly. So no, the money wasn't just flowing. So Erica, who for She had no discernible talent. She was a rich girl in Beverly Hills. She wanted to be famous. He gave her a $20 million loan to make that happen. Erica is simply a product. She doesn't have talent. She can't choreograph. She can't write. She can't produce. Anything that was done for her came from somebody else's concept, and that cost money. That's why he gave her a $20 million loan, and she just dwindled it away. All these things are court records now, so it is what it is. Erica knew that the money was drying up, and that's why we get this version of Erica. She's making it up.
No, I wish I had more time to get into this. I saw so many comments about, I've seen you for 4 seasons and I've never seen your mascara run. She can't afford the Glam Squad anymore. She's buying drugstore mascara. Okay, so that's why it ran. No, okay. And then I'm a little bit with Gabor. Like, I don't think that I know it's not going to happen, but why come after me? I didn't know anything. Leave. I should have half of whatever was here, and then you guys can pick it apart a little bit. I a little bit feel that way only by putting myself.
Yeah, if I'm putting myself in this situation, I don't really care where the money comes from. I'm getting mine and I'm gone, and whatever's left is left.
That's fine. But once you figure out that the money came from burn victims, why are you still asking the court for $600,000 of the sale of the home? Because you feel you deserve it, even though
I was married to this man. I was married to this man, and I've been sleeping with this old dick for 22 years, and I need to be paid for it.
Nothing? Are you kidding me?
You're not walking away with anything. Your city girl plan was to wait till he died. She said it. I was gonna be with this man until the day he died. That was your plan. But now that we know where the money came from, what you're asking the court to do is still give you $600,000 from burn victims. You're trash. It doesn't matter that got trash. 20 million. Well,
I will be trash.
I don't know that you were the person Tom was going to see, Gabor.
I'm just saying I would have been trash. I would have been trash.
I want to turn.
Oh, sorry, Ange.
I think that if she can pay her assistant, she can buy some Sephora mascara. So she's got a reason to have an assistant. So she's not in the down and out just yet.
Okay.
She is living in her poor man's house and driving her Range Rover.
I just feel like if that was me, I would.
Thank you, Angela.
I have to walk away with nothing. That's all. From the outside, I 100% think the victims should be able to get whatever they can get. But the fact that they can still go after her, that sucks. What if she literally, really, you guys didn't know anything?
Let me leave you with this. Let me leave you with this really quick.
I know.
This is what I know about money. If we are going to talk about Erica Jane having to be left with nothing,
y'all, I have to get this food out the oven. I'm sorry.
I know, and I gotta go too. So I'm gonna have to hear the playback.
I have to go get this food out of the oven.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And I gotta go to the airport. Well, I'll watch the playback.
All right.
Somebody drop the link and take our places. I'm sorry, Mr. Make It Make Sense. And I don't even just see the top.
Who can take it?
Okay.
Oh, we can do it.
I'm gonna be listening. I'm just not gonna be on.
Okay.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Ange. So
now
I think that what were you saying? What were you saying?
We don't have any reason to argue. I think that Erica's pawn scum. True. I think that she knew, like, it was very convenient. She wanted to divorce him on election day, so it went in without much fanfare. And I wish she would hide it with all the, help me out here, with all the news of the election.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. She's gonna have to go back to selling coochie. I don't know what else to say. She's good at it.
I got one more thing to say.
Okay.
Next. I've talked about her long enough.
I'm with you. She definitely knew. I don't know why Shan is so concerned with her, but I mean, this is probably one of your favorites based on who you like, Ange. Ashley Darby.
Oh, she's one of my favorites.
Is she?
Yes. And she deserves to be on this list. I had a lot of respect for her last year when she did all her work to secure the bag. She knows what she's doing, and she's just staying in there until he combusts, and she gets it all.
I think she made the list because she secured the bag.
Yeah.
She married a gay man for money to make sure that her mom didn't have to live under that bridge anymore. Then when he dumped her because she messed up his social standing in DC, she went ahead and had a couple babies. City girl rule number 1, secure the bag at all costs. Ashley Darby earned her spot.
I think that she's a little bit boring the last 2 years, but I think that she's definitely a city girl.
A city girl from the city.
Mm-hmm.
You might be surprised. What'd you say?
That she didn't just happen to date a man with this one foot in the grave. She was out doing her city girl right from the time she married him.
And she's a whole lesbian. Let's not forget that.
I like how she said that. She said, we were in the bar one night and one thing happened. And I was dancing with this girl and
she tripped and her face landed in the place.
Things got heated up. I swear that's what happened with Portia and Simon. She tripped and fell into his crotch.
Angela, nobody should ever just give Angela a mic. Just okay. So we're in agreement. I think it's bad that they're gone because you and I are in perfect agreement. Ashley secured the bag. She's a city girl success story. That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. We're moving on to, I think, the number 1 spot. Crystal Minkoff. Crystal, in my eyes, got the number 1 spot because she admitted that she worked at an escort agency. I'm thinking that she ended up with one of her customers, allegedly.
She said that she was only worked on the phones there. But I don't believe that.
I don't either, Ange.
I think that she wanted to work her way up.
I think this qualifies as up. Yeah. You see her mansion?
Yeah. Like she had to go down before she could go up.
I mean, allegedly. I think that she was Googling the phone numbers that called in. She saw Lion King money and she was like, I'll take this one.
And she's never been able to take the Lion King out of her mouth since.
Shan tried to warn me about Angela's mouth, you guys, and I said I love it. Anytime Angela wants to speak, she is free to speak on this channel.
I used to have a hard time talking on these channels, but I find it easy with you and it's easy with Shan.
I mean, I think that you have a little city girl in you, Shan. I mean, Angela. There's a little city girl in Angela.
You don't make me feel stupid for when I can't think of something.
Oh, like, I'm there too, because I'm drunk.
Now let's see if we can think of someone that you missed.
Okay, well, no, I didn't miss. I had this all planned out. If you come to one of my channels, it's gonna be thorough. So we're taking off the allegedly because I have full belief in these next two people. I couldn't add them to a Bravo list because they have taken the city girl lifestyle to a new level. We're gonna start off with Kathy M. Effin Hilton. Kathy Hilton is a city girl extraordinaire. Unmatched, untouched. Kathy started it all, ended it all, and she's still married to her trick. I guess we'll see.
Well, that must mean I'm going to be able to guess your number one.
You might be able to guess the number one because nobody's been able to touch this number one. But for Kathy, allegedly, Kathy's mom, Big Kathy, literally hired a gigolo to teach her daughter the tricks of the trade. And she ended up with a Hilton back when the Hilton name meant something.
She trained them well. They were to find a rich man. And I think Kim did. But she couldn't hold on to him. And I think Kyle is one of the
you think Kyle made the list?
No.
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 I didn't either.
She got Mauricio, and he's in being sued left and right. I don't think Mauricio is the bag.
I don't think. I think I definitely agree. Mauricio is not the bag. And Kyle is not a city girl the way she cries all the time. So it probably comes as no surprise that the number one city girl on my list of all times. Who?
Lisa Vanderpump.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Really quick, before we move on. That's Kathy's net worth. I couldn't in good conscience put this woman on a Bravo Celebrity City Girl list because she far outshines any of them. She not only was a city girl extraordinaire, she spawned two city girls.
Oh.
They branched out.
Yeah.
She makes the list. Kathy Hilton is the city girl mold.
I don't think I agree with Kim Kardashian. I know.
Are we sure, Ann?
She made it all on her own.
Kim
started out with a sex tape, but how many sex tapes were there out there? How many women had sex tapes? But how many billionaires did sex tape make?
I think that if we're talking Kim Kardashian, just to like break it down for you, Kim was always about the bag. That's why I was like, we're going to mention her later. But Kim, before Ray J, had ran off with some black producer and then became Paris Hilton's not only best friend, but closet organizer, got in every shot that she could, and then moved on to Ray J, released her own sex tape, and turned that into $1 billion. Kim Kardashian is the gold standard for city girls. If you ever need to look at what a city girl is, what a city girl was, and what a city girl could be, look no further than Kim Kardashian. She is the definition of a city girl. She might as well have talked to Kathy Hilton and asked, "Hey sis, hook me up. Let me know what
you're doing, and I can triple it."
And that's she did. We're talking 350 from a city girl from the 70s and 80s who used to hang out with Michael Jackson and Rick James to Kim Kardashian. I don't know that I can go higher. Can you think of somebody better? I mean, Sierra should have been an honorable mention. Lori Harvey, they should have been honorable mentions. That's my fault.
I'm still thinking that Kim did it on hard work.
I'm sure there was some hard work involved. I'm sure she spent a lot of time on her knees praying.
Kanye, what is her net worth compared to his?
They said Kanye's at like 4 or 5 billion.
Oh, I didn't know that. You're right.
But who knows? Because that family lies to the Forbes magazine, so we don't really know. Kylie lied. Kim might lie. Who knows?
Oh, you forgot one. Kris Jenner.
Selena did remind me that Kris is also. I mean, Kris, I might as well as put her with Kathy. That must be why they're friends.
Well, I thought you were just talking Bravo.
Well, I did the list on Bravo, but I mean, we could always expand later on. We could always expand, but Bravo, it hit me because Gabor mentioned that Wendy Osefo got the city girl body makeover. So I was like, okay, wait, there is something to that. There is a lot of like scamming people on Bravo, including Andy.
Yeah.
Andy could be a city boy, except for the fact that from, what we hear in the streets, he would be more of the trick than the city boy. But, that's all alleged.
I heard something about him recently, or I wouldn't say recently, a couple months back. Somebody came out and said that they had to be his side piece because they didn't want him to. He didn't want to acknowledge that he is with this man. I'm probably fumbling the story. Somebody else could probably tell it better. And
was it like a black guy?
Yes. He come on to tell a story. Who did you tell it with?
Was it all about the tea? Oh wait, no, I think it was Sherelle's World.
Yeah, that could.
Are you talking about that guy?
Yeah. That could be fishy if that's who it was with.
I mean, the story did sound. I mean, he sounded kind of like a fan to me, but I know I mean, I keep my ear to the streets, and so let's just say I know more than I'm willing to mention on this live.
I have stroke brain because I have a hard time with story retelling. I just pick up bits and pieces of it, so I'm hard.
No, you got it.
Yeah.
He went on Sherelle. I think it was Sherelle's World and talked about how Andy was a trick. You got it.
Can we talk about on here the parodies that Jolene and Busy have been having?
Have you liked one specifically?
Yes.
Which one, Ange?
The John Yates. You want to have a room with one. You want to get rid of all your other people left already.
Okay, so I'll just say this much. With the John Yates, the Monica stuff, I go back and forth between wanting to discuss it just because my channel is so new.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it on a positive note, but I did mention that I would do a timeline of events. I don't know that I've shelved it for the time being.
All I want to say is that those two are hilarious. I can't get through any one of their shows without having tears running down my face. I think that they're really talented, and the last one they had on had Princess on, and So Debonair, and it was really, really good.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I watched it too. I watched it in real time. I think they have something. I've always said it.
Yeah.
I do have personal relationships with both of them, and I think that they really do have something, and I think that they're probably going to grow. It does seem though that they are getting attacked a lot more recently.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about, but if they just focus on their growth and kind of drown out the noise, I think they'll be big.
Yeah.
While we're giving shout outs, we have Sip and Key. For anybody that's in, you should definitely check that out. And also Tisa Tales. She's one of my new faves. She's the one that did an interview with Fallon and got Fallon to expose the fact that Simon did say that Portia's Rolls Royce came from his cousin.
Bullshit.
I'm just repeating what Tisa said. Portia's Rolls Royce came from his cousin.
Is he an African prince?
He's African.
Yeah.
I don't know about Prince, but he's definitely African.
Because she said that she got that from her African prince.
No, actually, she says she got it from Jesus. And I don't think Jesus had anything to do with how she got this car.
I don't believe it. You can't convince me that my Porsche.
So let's just total this. Before we go, let's total this. This Rolls Royce can go anywhere from $300,000 to $400,000. This bag is $80,000. That's at least $400,000 to $500,000 in a sitting. This man, extremely rich, married African. Everybody has told us that Portia got it from a rich African. Portia did not deny that she got it from. Actually, she said Jesus gave it to her.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Fallon's coming out and talking now. on up with Adam, she didn't say a word about Portia. And then she goes on and says that the roles came from an African or from Simon's cousin. And Simon told her. Why would Simon tell her if he was setting up this affair?
I think he told her when he first met Portia. He was okay. So the way that Fallon describes it, Simon was talking to her. It's kind of like pillow talk. You're talking to the person you're with. You're kind of laughing at people that are around you. And he thought that it was funny that Portia was still driving that old, his terms, not mine, old Rolls Royce that his cousin gave her. He thought she was a joke.
Well, I don't believe it. And
you don't believe that Portia could get a rose, or you don't believe that Portia would accept a rose? Because I'm looking at a girl that would accept a rose.
She would accept a rose. But all this time, and I'm sure that other people have investigated where that came from. And all of a sudden, Fallon pulled out of her ass Simon's cousin. And another thing, Simon saw Portia at that pool, and that was the moment he had decided that he was going to marry her. So don't tell me this was early in the relationship and pillow talk.
Look, I don't know. What I do know is Portia strikes me as a city girl. She plays the role of the city girl. It is what it is. She's gotten to the bag multiple times. She started off doing low budget Trillville videos in Atlanta. Candy told us she slept with her baby daddy. We got to Cordell. She married a gay man for the money. Now, she got with Dennis, the turtle, and then moved on to Simon.
I don't shame her for all that stuff securing the bag.
She secured the bag.
Yeah. With Cordell. He was mean to her and controlling. And that's when I fell in love with Portia. I felt bad for her in that relationship. You're not taking anything that I'm throwing out there.
Not at all. I was embarrassed for Portia. Look, anytime that your granddad's a civil rights activist and you think that the Underground Railroad had a conductor.
That was 6 years ago.
That was her mindset. That was where she's at.
Like when she first came on and she thought there was only 265 days in a year.
So you're telling me that endeared you to Portia, basically?
Yes. I felt sorry for her because that first year she fumbled a couple times, and she had to stay in the car when they all went to see the strippers. Because
Meanwhile, in reality, this is Portia.
Yeah. Because she knew that Cordell wouldn't be happy if she went to see the strippers.
But she also preached against LGBTQ and advised them that they need to repent. Meanwhile, we all know she's the same girl that says, one of you bitches is eating me tonight. So you tell me, Angela, what makes you feel like she's authentic to anything about her life? She thought the Underground Railroad had a conductor, even though her granddad was a civil rights activist. She preached against gay people, even though we know that she likes to lick the kitty. She gets Rolls Royces from rich Africans.
No, you cannot convince me that that's his cousin.
Oh, so you're saying that you know there's a rich African, but the fact that it's the cousin is what throws you off?
It's,
Okay, Ange, you're
it's
grasping at
same
straws.
as Kenya was dating the rich African at the same time Portia was. African prince.
The one you think that Kenya was dating the one-eyed African? I can't with you, Ange. I think we're gonna end up having to agree to disagree
Yeah.
with Portia. But I'm glad that we agreed on some of them.
I hope that the rumors aren't true about Latoya. I've been watching some of her videos, and I hope she comes back.
I think she's out. I think she's out because of those
Yeah.
racial comments she made about Fallon. Did you know she made a racial comment about Fallon?
No, I never heard it, so it didn't happen.
Okay, so Ange, before we go, I just have a quick question for you. So, do you drink?
No.
You don't drink. Okay, so I have two sober people who come on my panel. You and Gabor. Gabor doesn't drink either.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking when I reached like 500 and 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to do some things, and I was trying to like throw ideas off Shan and Gabor about things that might be cool. So I was thinking, because people know me now for Casamigos, for my 21 and up subscribers, I might do a giveaway at Casamigos. What do you think?
Yeah.
You like, or you know, a lot of people like things that involve the lifestyle. If you're familiar with like what ballers drink and all that, they drink a champagne called Veuve Clicquot or Veuve Clicquot. I'm so basic, I don't even pronounce it right. I don't like it, but I mean, you know, I might do a giveaway of that, or maybe like some Gucci sunglasses or Fendi sunglasses. Or what do you think would be some good giveaways to let people know I appreciate them subscribing?
One night with Bolo.
You I don't know how that one will work.
People like liquor. And tequila is how about Vita tequila?
Vita?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've tried Vita.
Yeah. Given staying with the theme of the housewives.
No, that is not her tequila.
Oh.
There's a Vita that sells well, and then there's a Vita that that the lady from Utah sells. Not the same. If anybody's in the chat and you know of like a good giveaway that you might like to receive for being a subscriber, because I'm open to anybody receiving any of these thank yous, put it in the chat. I'd like to know, or in the comments section. I'm down. I really need to get to at least 1,000 subscribers, because that's when I get monetized, and I'm trying to get to the bag.
You're a city girl or a city boy.
I'm not really a city boy. I would be more like back in the day, because I'm old now. I was maybe like a party boy. Like I would get flued out. That
How old
happened.
are you? How old are you?
Now I'm 37.
Oh, I'm 13 years older.
I thought you were about to say I'm 13. I was about to say maybe some parts are 13, but
I'm 50.
You're a young 50, Ange, because I mean we've already heard about the WAP.
All right, I'm getting tired. like
Well,
in my old age.
I want to say thank you. We're gonna keep this going. I'm looking forward to Gabor's channel. I think he's gonna be starting that soon. Hopefully, I'm allowed to go on with him and celebrate his new channel. Anything you want to say as we close out?
Um, thanks everybody for supporting Mims. And keep coming back. Bring a friend.
Bring a friend, share
And
this, like
share
and
it.
subscribe.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. If you're a city girl or a city boy, put it in the comments. We might expound on this later. So who knows? All right. Have a good one, though, guys.
I thought I was going to be at the top of that list.
Angela, I don't know what you do in your private life. We're going to close with our friend who likes to let us know she chooses the money over happiness.